The Sitesassure software firewall. You can see it is extremely robust and detailed. Now, one feature that this has that no one else has is this is the only firewall that has its own virus scanner. You can scan from within your website itself. It'll get everything in your public HTML folder. You can even show it where to scan and what not to scan. It'll give you a report and it'll give you access to open the files within the system. Next, you can modify your files. So you can check your file permissions from within the scanner and then set them. You can set between a set and an end date. So say the last 7 days, and it'll give you a report of which files have changed. You can also set your file permissions from within the firewall. Next, we have the vulnerability scanner, which you can check specifically for Joomla, your plugins, and your themes. It will give you a list of your vulnerabilities, not actual infections, but code vulnerabilities. Next, we have IP management, where you can set the IPs, you can block them, you can whitelist them, you can remove them, you can add them, you can also block by country. You can also set permissions for file uploading. You can block certain file types if you want. You can actually turn on and off file uploading. You can manage the administrators on your system, who and who cannot have access to the system. You have firewall activation codes. This will tell you how to add the one line that is needed within your index file to activate. We have country blocking, where you can select a country, and just by changing the flag, you can block that whole country from your website. And let's face it, we don't all need China and Russia. Okay, variables fine-tuning. We can add the variables, and then you can enable them or disable them. By enabling and disabling them manually, you can tweak how severe the security is for your website. We have the firewall configuration, where you can turn your firewall on and off. You can decide what you're going to show a user that is banned. You can set the email address for all the notifications to go to, and you can also set brute force protection, which I strongly recommend is always set to on. And then you have the firewall rules. Again, these can be enabled or disabled as you need and can control the severity of your security.